Hey, this is Workbench with Workbench Quagmire back with day 49 of our free code camp Python certification in 100-ish days. Yesterday, we actually created this get balance method and did all the testing on it. Today, one of the first things I noticed is we don't have a string method. So we want something so that if we print the project, we just say print project one or something like that. It gives us some information. So first, let's go test. Does it exist? So down here, we're probably going to move this to its own class eventually. So project has string method. Okay. I think by default it probably has string method. So that's our issue there. Um, so let's test something more specific here, which is, remember, we create this project. If we look up here, we create this project as part of our setup. Just a blank project. We'll end up setting up two, um, so that we can test the transfer. But for now, does our project? And I guess it probably will. Um, dot project. So, oops, we didn't want that. Let's do the verbose version. There we go. So we're still passing because by default it has the string method, but we don't actually have a string method. And so let's test that, string method, self assert. I know I'm probably doing all this wrong. So if you know better, let me know. Self dot project dot thunder stir equals hello. Oh, if I could type, goodness. There we go. We got the red squigglies. I wonder if we even need that. Oh no. Equals. Now this should fail. So we've written a failing test. Yep, false is not true. So now we can go over here and we can actually, basically we're overriding the built-in string method. Return hello. Just complaining about blank space probably. All right. Oh, we still have one failure. It's not equal hello. That's interesting. Let's go try this. From project tracker, import project. Project. One equals project. Project one. Print project 1. Hello. So that actually is correct. So why is it not testing correct? It's interesting. So project dot. That's why it's not correct. All right. Let's go back over to our tests. This needs to be a method. It's not an attribute. It is a method. And let's test again and see what we get. There we go. We made it. All right. So now we got something in our string method. We'll have to come back and change that later, but we didn't actually override the original one, which I don't even know what it was. But all right, now that we have our balance, has enough time. So let's go to our test, transfer, exist, has enough time. It exists. So what should this do? It should do something like create project self dot project budget. Time budget is 40 hours. And then what we want to do is self dot assert true project dot has enough time 30 equals true, and if we check for 50, it should be false. What are the squigglies telling us? Comparison to true should be if condition is true, or if condition. So maybe this needs to be this. I don't know. We may have to go look it up. Let's go to the interwebs. Oh, yeah. You can find the code to this. It's a little behind right now. I need to go in there and clean it up. You see, it's only got 1 day in there. Let's see. Python unit test. If return is true or false. Let's see what the handy AI says. Checks for a truthy value. Assert false, checks for a falsy value. So assert true. Let's go back to our code. Assert true. This would appear to be correct. And then this would be assert false. And then we don't need this. There we go. Okay. Now this should fail. That's what we do now. Yep. So Test has enough time exist. You change the name of that. Anyway, so project has enough time, 30, none is not true. So I am betting it's failing on the first one. So if we just go in there and say, uh, actually, return time or self dot get balance greater than time. Let's see what happens. It passes, which means our second test isn't written well. Oh no, it is written well. Look at that. So again, if we import from project tracker, import project, and then we create we're just gonna call it proj1 equals project proj1, and then we say proj1 dot budget, time budget. We're gonna add the 40 hours, and then proj1 dot has enough time, 30, true, and has enough time, 50, false. All right. There we go. That is sweet. That did not take as long as I thought it would take. So now we've been building this up. We can add a time budget. We can also add additional time. So when we go to transfer, we'll use time budget, but we'll give a description like transferred from other project. So let's see if there's anything else that they're doing in theirs with this has enough, like maybe a string return or something. Let's go up here. So withdraw, get balance, transfer, check funds method accepts an amount false or true, must be used in withdraw and transfer. So no, there is some text here that it's looking for. So when we do transfer, we'll say transferred to a destination or an object name from an object name, essentially. So that's it. That is all we have here. I don't know if I even showed all the code I was doing. I apologize. But basically, what we did was we created this. This is a very simple one-line thing here. We check the balance and we say, hey, if it's greater than the time, that's gonna evaluate to true. If it's not the case, it's going to evaluate to false, and that gives us what we need to do. And we just have 2 lines here in our code to test it, in our testing code. All right, so that's it for today. That is day 49. Tomorrow will be day 50. We will be halfway there. Oh yeah, we'll be living on a prayer. And tomorrow we'll do we'll be back in here. We're gonna now that we has enough, get balance. Now we can do log hours, and then the next day we'll do time transfer. Then we'll do our string method, and then we'll create this. So thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. and I will see you then.